Hello, it is Mike Matthews. This is Mike's Daily Podcast, episode 115 for Friday, September 16th, 2011. Broadcasting to you live from the last place on earth located somewhere in Castro-Valley, California. And if you would like to sponsor this show, why, you can email me at mikesdailypodcast@gmail.com. So I was recalling this morning an interesting moment from my beforeing Mike's Daily Podcast when I took a job in Alabama because the position sounded good, but damn it, Mike's Daily Podcast. That was a big mistake because when I got there, I was told to drive a big truck for hours everywhere and not get paid for any public appearance. I should have taken the hint and made a disappearance. And when you drive around there, you're driving for miles and miles and miles and miles just to get to the next town. Mike's Daily Podcast. So that's what radio is for those who don't know. A bunch of idiots telling you where you can go. Mike's. I like to tell them where to. Daily Podcast. Yeah. Yeah, I was just thinking about that today. It was such a glorious thought. And, recently we had on James Wortman, who I used to work with in radio, but not in Alabama, in Ventura, California. And he was talking about how radio is still great because you've got these news talk stations that do the coffee clutch thing where everybody's talking. And seriously, I think he's, James, if you're listening, a little bit of the Kool-Aid going on there, because maybe that station does have local people talking and doing a coffee clutch thing and maybe having people call in. But those syndicated shows, I'm sorry, it's like one note, man. It is one, they're all, and it's national, and you're not getting the local biz. Oh, but I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. Look who just walked in.
Hello there, Mike. This is Valentino the Parking Attendant.
And this is Bison Bentley. Do you know that? Hey, guys.
Hey, we hear about you talking about the radio biz and how it was really bad to you, and we feel bad about that. We wish you would have told us about all this.
Yeah, we would have solved all your problems with violence. Violence is not the answer, Bison. Yeah, violence is the answer. It's the answer to anything. Ask me a question. What's 2 + 2? Violence! Ask me another one.
Okay, this is...
I don't think this is a good idea, do you? Violence! That's the answer.
Okay.
Do you know that?
Well, I don't agree with that. Look who else is walking in.
Hello, masters. This is Madame Rootabega. Madam, do you see radio lasting? The kind of radio we pick up on our little radio tuners. Do you see that lasting, or will the internet radio shows outdo it at some point? Master, I predict that the radio will be listened to forever by people who are stuck in a rut, who do the same thing every day, over and over again.
Uh-huh. Like the way I do a daily podcast every day?
Masters are more dedicated than you are. They must listen to the same commercials and the same idiots over and over again, even though it's just...
You ran out of steam.
Syndicated.
Okay. There you go. Syndicated. And, all right.
Master, I don't know what else to say.
I'm not, feeding you these lines to say or anything.
No, Master, I'm not reading that big cue card you have in front of my face.
No.
Thank you for making the letters really big, because my eyes aren't so good. These glasses aren't so good. I hate these glasses.
Well, after everything you just said about radio, I don't think there's going to be a station that's going to pay you money to be their spokesperson for a laser eye surgery place. Not that I have any experience with that.
Mike on the Wild.
Whoa. Oh, my God. Wow, I just got hit by a pebble flying through the air as I drive on Highway 580 here in lovely Northern California on my way to lovely Modesto, where my wife is right now with her friend Georgia. And I'm bringing along Basil, my boxer. Driving in my Saturn Vue, which features a billboard on the back, a magnet billboard on the back that says, Mike's Daily Podcast, listen now at podcast.blog.com. I'm sure a lot of people are like, oh, I'll listen to that right now. So they're trying to tune on their radio to podcast.blog.com. But they're like, wait a minute, there's only numbers here on my radio. I don't have no website. What the hell? We're driving along, and I bring you this mic on mobile because as I am driving at 70 miles per hour now, I wasn't about 20 minutes ago. I was stuck in a traffic jam. Usually a route that takes about 10 minutes ended up taking an hour. Don't you love that? It's the same amount of space, but what took you 10 minutes don't take you an hour. You could walk it. And here we are, we're all starting to get diabetes, and we could just be walking and not being stressed in a traffic jam. We should just be able to walk. We should just be able to, press a button, stand outside of our cars and walk, or just put our cars in a traffic mode. That would work. Put them in a traffic mode, and then we would just walk along next to the car or just walk ahead. Specially designed walking path. I see promise in this. And then as we walk to the area that is causing the traffic, then by the time we reach that, the car reaches it at the same time, and bam, we can get back in the car. Diabetes averted. You're welcome. But thanks for listening to this special Mike on Mobile. The special Mike all kicked off about traffic. But then who is it?
True, Mike from yesterday, as we walk outside of the last place on earth where we bring you Mike's Daily Podcast.
And here's today's podcast picture.
Yes, who likes traffic? Really, raise your hand. The picture on the blog is of when, I was in Savannah at the beaches there. I'm standing in the water and I'm waving at the camera, and I thought, what a fitting picture as summer starts to fade away and we enter the autumn and it gets a little chill. There's a little bit of a chill in the air, a little bit of the wind, the leaves are starting to fall, and that whole thing is going on. So I thought I would post that picture. And if you would like to go to podcast.blog.com, not found on a radio tuner, you can find on the right-hand side a Facebook link. Click on that and like the Facebook page for Mike's Daily Podcast, and maybe we'll actually become famous. Probably not. I think we're at 2 people that like it right now. So, we've got a ways to go. I may or may not bring this up again. I feel kind of stupid promoting that darn social network, but, whatever. That's basically Friday's show. Thank you for listening to Friday's show. Be thankful if you never worked in radio that you never worked in radio. Violence is not the answer, no matter what the question is. Except maybe, what does VIOLENCE spell?
Mike's Daily Podcast is written and produced and performed by Mike Matthews. His podcast is super easy to find. Download or listen to his show and read his blog at podcast.blog.com. Email Mike now at mikesdailypodcast@gmail.com.